Welcome back, everybody, to Kinkoi Golden Time. What I think are we studying?
Yeah, we're still studying. I think we got finished with math and we got finished with Chinese literature. And now we're on to world history.
Incidentally, every time this music is in the background when we start, I just think, welcome back to Masterpiece Theatre.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Today we'll be following along with the escapades of Ouro and the blonde waifus. Same as always.
World history, European history in the pre- and post-war periods? I suck at this.
I'm pretty sure we suck at all of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's any worse at this than all his other subjects. Like, he got straight D's, right? It's not like he was like all D's and a B.
I don't know if it was straight, because I think we just found the overall average was D, but I don't know if it was broken down.
Okay.
ジャパンは欧州どころじゃない時期ですものね。仕方ありませんわ。戦中のヨーロッパはやはりドイツが主役ですけれど、欧州全体を読むときはフランスに視点を置くといくらかわかりやすいですよ。
What was France? What did France do during that time?
ドイツ軍にパリを占拠され、フランス自体は
Oh, this is
シャルル・ド・ゴールを中心とする自由フランスと
Second
し
War, not the
て
Great
ロンドン
War.
に拠点を移していた時期ですわ。
It was the sequel. We didn't need that.
Part 2.
Oh, De Gaulle. I've heard of him.
Yeah, we played games with him.
Yeah. Pretty good at FIFA, that De Gaulle.
Civ, too.
Yeah.
He even had airports named after him. True story.
This is a joke that like 2 people are gonna get.
I know.
有名ね。他にもシャンゼリゼ通りの入り口にあたるシャルル・ド・ゴール広場とか。
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
Wow. That was a person's name, huh?
そこからか。これは手を焼くわね。
Okay. In really her defense, not his, basically every airport or anything with a name is named after somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like, if it's not named after the place, it's named after a guy.
absolutely.
Even if you don't know who they are.
When half the time the place is named after a guy.
Yeah, it's true. So, what did De Gaulle-san do specifically?
Oh my god.
Run a coffee shop?
Yes.
政治家です。
Who also ran a coffee shop?
Oh. So then he went to war with Starbucks and places like that?
No, I'm just imagining a combination of Starbucks and Star Fox.
But it's got like the French flag on it.
We.
コーヒーショップから離れてください。ドゴールの
Anybody
功
else
績
all
は
tired?
戦後10年経ってからが主ですので、説明するにはそちらを詳しく語る必要がありますが、戦中の活躍をまあ簡単に語るなら、フランスの貴族のあり方を変えたでしょうか。
Nobility. That was a term that caught my attention given the position I'd been put into. Especially with Jokisaki here.
What do you mean by the state of nobility?
ですわね。フランスという国は18世紀の革命からすでに貴族制度が廃れ薄まり、20世紀初頭には貴族制はなくなっていたのですが、それでも当時、いわゆる貴族の家系の人間が政治軍事には大きな影響力を持っていましたの。
Alright, now, I want to know at what point sortilege becomes involved. Because I'm assuming this is going to be pseudo-history, pseudo-timeline.
You know, that actually brings up significant questions in this world.
Yeah, exactly. How does sortilege fit into the rest of the dynamic
Like,
with Europe.
Yeah, because, like, if you just ignore history, who cares? It's a made-up country.
Right.
Once you start going back into history and being like, by the way, all the same history still happened, let's talk about it even a little bit with a reference. Then you're like, wait, what side was Sortilege on in World War I and World War II, and why? Were they neutral in the Cold War? Like, were they... Like,
That's a good question.
or are they part of NATO? Are they, like...
Well, yeah, because I guess they could have been like Switzerland.
Yeah, or, you know, like, Finland.
Mm-hmm.
Where, yeah. But, like, there's so many questions. Like, oh, Sortilege has a royal family.
Right.
The royal family clearly matters.
Mm-hmm.
So... Then it's like, okay, well, how did their constitutional order happen? Because they clearly didn't have a French Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
Did they have any revolutions in 1848? Like,
That's a good question.
Like, there's so many questions that
No.
don't need to come up.
I know.
Because this conversation shouldn't be this in depth.
What rabbit hole have we gone down?
当然ですわね。特権階級というのは100年そこそこで放棄されるほど安い地位ではございませんわ。
Yeah, I guess so.
Even in Japan, landowners from the Edo period still lived excellent lifestyles to this day.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the incompetent nobles were driven out and it eventually shifted toward more of a meritocracy, right?
無能な貴族？
Never heard of
I
it.
don't understand.
That does not compute.
貴族の血統イコール無能。庶民が好きそうなファンタジーですね。追い出したというより質を上げたと言うべきですわ。貴族の家系が支配階級に食い込むのは仕方ない。ならば支配者としてふさわしいよう教育しようという。現在のフランス行政のほとんどはドゴールの設立した学校を出たキャリアで占められています。
Wow.
明治維新の折、士族は能力も見ず問答無用で追い出して倒幕藩士が能力に関係なく支配階級をぶんどっただけの日本より幾分賢いやり方ですね。
Huh.
貴族たりうるには血統でなく能力が求められる。ここら辺に疎いのが日本の庶民だけなのかは知らないけれど。
Isn't that just meritocracy, though?
I think so.
Huh?
I couldn't quite hear what she was mumbling to herself.
さあ課題に移りましょう。ドゴールとドイツの動きを追えばこの時期の欧州は分かりやすいですわ。
By the way, that little line Jogasaki said,
Mm-hmm.
you know how I was joking that I don't think she was originally noble?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it'd be funny if she herself was originally a commoner. That gives a little bit more weight to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Where it's just like, it's not lineage, it's how you are like now.
That's a really good point. I have the feeling that'll come back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We moved right along to my assignments, so I didn't get the chance to ask in detail. But Jokasaki's lonely expression had bothered me more than I thought it would.
Well, it did for one of us.
やれやれ。
2. She could hear Jokasaki's expression.
It's over!
9,000!
ご苦労様。なかなかのペースじゃありませんの。
It was dark out by the time we wrapped up our study session.
このペースなら当初の予定通り明日には終われそうですわね。
It's amazing! You can really get things done when you put your mind to it.
もともとノーブル学園は 長期休暇に対する課題はそんなに多く出しません。
It is to me, though.
でしょうね。
She's so annoying.
Yeah.
There was emphasis on that. When I headed outside,
じゃあまた来年ね、メゴチン。良いお年を。良いお年を。
oh, interesting outfit.
Hey, should have been side or out.
I mean,
ああ、あやかちょうどいい。私もう帰るから。そう。良いお年を。
surprised she actually tags along as part of the Jokosaki appended route.
I wish, again, that is someone I wish would have been, like, I'm not even joking, I wish she would have been a side route. I actually think it would have been hilarious for her to be a side route.
Oh, I think so.
Because in theory, none of the Jokosaki Ouro stuff would have been resolved like it would be in the Jokosaki route.
Mm.
So then it's like, oh, this guy that Jokosaki despises just starts dating her best female friend.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It would be amazing.
A huge station wagon was parked in front of the dorm, and a girl from the class with a ton of luggage was just about to get in. Another one off to visit home, huh?
2日でずいぶん静かになりましたわね、この寮。
Yeah.
It was around 6 o'clock, and a number of students were packed into the cafe. Despite how it looked, only about half of the residents remained, while the other half had already left and gone home for winter break.
I guess some of them decided to stay behind.
だね。庶民様から言わせてもらえば、クリスマス前に実家なんて息が詰まるだけだよね。
It would be nice to visit home over New Year's, but an extended stay would be a huge pain. Reina and I opted to put off our trips home for as long as we could.
家が大きいと親族も多いから、挨拶回りだけで大変なんです。
That made sense. It wasn't uncommon for people to go around and greet family members that had taken care of them toward the end of the year. You would also send along gifts, like a gigantic ham or something, but that kind of thing eventually grew out of style. So they just have us instead. Even now,
I read lines!
hi there, me again. For those of you who watched Wednesday's episode, there was an audio issue with OBS. It happens. But I had to go back and redub a little bit of the audio for this next section. So just go in and do that real quick, and then we'll get back to the normal Bridge Boys goodness. Even now, it was customary for any one part of an established historied family to go greet their family members in person.
シルビーも苦労してるっぽいね。私たちの場合、回るのは親族だけではありませんから。逆にキクちゃんは回る必要はないんだけど、常に誰かがお歳暮持ってくるから大変なんだって。
Sounds like he's got his hands full then. It was entertaining that the types of hardship you'd experience flipped when your family got too large. Jokosaki, what's it like with your family? Are you the visitors or the visited?
イエロー、その質問失礼ですわよ。
Is it? Okay. What's the problem? She ordinarily prattled on about commoners this and commoners that. Why not put her in the hot seat for a change?
来られる側ですね。と言っても、六音寺くんのような古い家柄とは違うので、聖母周りで人が来ることはありませんが、それでも芸能事務所から大なり小なり。
Huh. The CEO's daughter of Hoshi TV was no stranger to visits from celebrities, huh? Wait a second. When were you planning on going back home? This gave me an awful feeling. Mina-chan had been thrown off schedule because of me, but she...
あなたの怪我、1週間で治ると聞きました。
I mean, we're healing pretty well. You don't have to stay. Yeah.
なので、1週間ほど遅らせてもらっています。 申し訳ないけど、1週間を過ぎても、なら、私の代わりに誰か手伝いを見繕います。
Wait, do you have a body double? Hey, hold on. You already put it off? I've been so overwhelmed with her in my room that I hadn't considered her circumstances. Even though it would take about a week to fully recover, I could take the bandages off in a couple of days. I didn't realize how serious she felt about it. Wow. No way. Huh.
なんだかだらしない顔。
Ah.
あれはね、ときめいてる顔だよ、神にゃん。ナースエンジェル綾香 SOS にクラクラ来てるの。
I kind of feel a little bit more end of the world if she touches Nerve Headquarters Angel than... Never mind.
あらあら。
I just wasn't really expecting it. Saying my heart skipped a beat was uncalled for, though.
でも今頭の中には
You don't want to know the answer to that. Jokasaki in a white lab coat, winking at me with a stethoscope in hand. Damn it. Girls with hot and cold personalities have too much power.
勝手に検診にすり替えないでくれます？
I was more thinking that you'd use us for science experiments.
あなたの怪我については私に責任がある。だから責任を果たす。今何考えてる？
She'd make a great nurse, but the cool-headed doctor type would suit her better.
やめてください、気持ちの悪い。
Nah, it's fine. Sorry. Was the gross part really necessary? Probably. It wasn't like she was helping me out of the kindness of her own heart or anything. Jokasaki only stayed behind to satisfy her own guilty conscience. Even so, to think someone like Jokasaki, who was such a stick in the mud about nobility and status, would put my needs before her family.
それに帰っても、ご挨拶の場に私は必要ないですし。
Huh?
なんでもありません。
And then...
ねえ、ところでさっきから気になってるんだけど。
Uh-huh. What, did we not shower or something?
オロ、なんか臭くない？
I mean, it's a little warm in here, so maybe. Huh? Where did that come from?
なんか臭い。昨日って確かお風呂は？
You wanna help? The doctor said I couldn't take one yet. Hey, don't give me that look.
何も言ってないじゃん。
You said it with your eyes. I don't stink. I went without a bath for a day, but I don't stink. I haven't done anything to warrant sweating for the last 2 days.
そういう臭さじゃなくてさ。
Is it anchovies?
頭の匂いじゃなくて、包帯、朝から変えていませんでしょう。
It might actually be anchovies then.
Oh, is that it?
I'd completely forgotten to change them. With that, I took their comments as my cue to check on how my injury was doing. I took off my bandages.
そうそう、この匂い。剥がしたての絆創膏みたいな。
Well, yeah, that's because it's what it is.
Yeah, freshly healed wounds do have a unique smell.
Between disinfectant, medication, and hermetically sealed skin oils and sweat, they had an indescribable scent. Why do you keep sniffing us, you weirdo?
Why?
くっさ！
Well then, stop.
Do you stop sniffing it?
Seriously.
いやー、でもなんか嗅いじゃうんだよね、この匂い。
You're the sniffing type.
Why? We didn't pick that up on her route. I find that very strange.
That would have been interesting.
Ooh, especially with the,
Yeah.
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 Every now and again, you'd run into someone who was weirdly obsessed with any smell that was the least bit unusual. Whether it was a new book or their own hair, they would sniff, sniff, sniff at any opportunity, like a dog.
Or a cat.
Which, oh yeah, and then they open up their mouths just like, "Arr."
あやかっちも嗅いでみる。変な匂いだよ。
Oh, this is the point in which she realizes we're Ichi. It smells like Ichi.
That would be the weirdest thing. It's just like a dog realizing that it's his master for like 20 years.
A core memory.
Hey now.
Don't get her involved. It really hurt being treated like a smelly spectacle. Look at it, look at it. I want you to look at it. Oh, she actually did, okay. Oh.
臭いっしょ。時間を置いた消毒液は独特な匂いになりますね。
You too.
違いますこんなしてない。
Well, she quickly backed away. Reina was tickled pink by the whole thing, but this woman went straight for it with practically zero hesitation. Perhaps she was worse off than Reina when it came to enjoying weird smells. Based off of what happened in the closet, I'm gonna say yes.
ほら遊んでないで。傷をお見せなさいな。
Okay, but if you start sniffing at it, I'm gonna ask you to leave. Mina-chan took a look at where I'd removed the gauze.
もうほとんど塞がってますわね。もうかい、早いな。
We're Wolverine.
It was wide, but in a super shallow cut.
When all was said and done, it was just a wound from bumping into a chair. Just a flesh wound.
これなら清潔にしていれば、明日明後日にも包帯はいらなくなりますわ。
I'm glad it's already looking better.
ずっと臭いんじゃ困るもんね。
I don't stink.
さて、それじゃあ新しいガーゼ。あ、いえ、その前に、今日はもう大丈夫でしょうから、お風呂に入ってらっしゃいな。
Good idea.
The doctor had advised me to avoid getting it wet for a single day, so this was as good a time as any to take a bath.
ですが市松さん、頭の傷、自分じゃ見えませんよね。
I mean, we've got a mirror.
True.
頭流すのは誰か見てた方が良さそうだね。ジョリってやって傷が開いたらあれだし。
Also true.
Yeah, then...
誰にする？あら。
Is this a choice?
I don't know.
Hmm?
Had I found my way into a horrible three-way choice? It's a self-aware choice. Oh my god, it's a choice.
Alright, save.
Yep. Okay, so does it matter is the question.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's kind of important.
I kind of had the sneaking suspicion that if we said, Mina-chan, if you do it, she'll do it without any question. Reina,
Absolutely.
I feel like will get out of dodge.
Probably. I don't know. She might actually do it.
I don't know. And then I have absolutely no idea what will happen with the ellipses.
I mean, we know what that is.
Well, we do, but it could kind of go, I don't know, a few different ways. I don't know. What do you think?
I have no idea. I mean, I wanna... My question is, does this matter for the route we go down?
I don't know.
Or does it not?
I guess it depends on if this is structured like the original game.
In which case, it wouldn't matter at all.
Right, exactly. It would just be a choice that is really of no consequence. It just might lead to a funny outcome.
Yeah. That makes me feel a little better, because, like, otherwise I'd say we have to do Mina-chan.
Right, because that's the route we want to go down first. I guess we could just pick Mina, or I don't know, part of me kind of wants to see what the ellipses are.
Okay, yeah, I'll go along with that, yeah.
Well, if this ends badly, we'll just reload.
It's just the bad ending. Jogasaki just, like, drowns us in the shower.
Somebody's been a dirty birdie. Okay. In this situation, this would effectively be her taking responsibility, so...
わかったやるわよ
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not that.
Seemed like Jogasaki had the same idea and chimed in first before I could get a word in edgewise.
Don't worry about it, I'll be fine on my own.
I'm all alone.
誰かいないと怪我が悪化するわ
Yeah, but... I've got her for that.
All roads lead to Reina.
います
She doesn't care about stuff like that, and she'll be easier to use on that front, so you don't need to go to the trouble.
簡単に使える呼ばわり
I was about to make a joke.
In a sense. In typical fashion, Reina's already there.
訴えたら勝てますわね
Oh no.
まあキサキさんの方が確かに
I'll have her do it then. Thanks in advance, Reina.
ういうい簡単に使える女の恐ろしさを裸で思い知るがいい
We made a mistake. I headed into the bath, but whited out in the process. Whew, I was starting to feel anxious. I didn't want to put Jogasaki out, nor could I have possibly asked her to join me in the bath. Reina was clearly the obvious choice, although I had the feeling she'd eventually tease me about something sooner or later. I washed up, then covered my waist.
You can come in now.
うい
Reina responded. I didn't really care if she saw my top half, but that didn't make it any less embarrassing. Then again, I probably didn't need to worry so much given that Reina was practically one of the guys. Back at Hamanon, there had been times where I'd gone to the bathhouse with the baseball club too. You're not Reina. Hi.
Why?
キサキさんはここでサプライズと言えと言っていましたけど茶番に付き合うつもりはないので省略しますね
Yeah, that's not surprising considering down her route you didn't want to play along with the false pregnancy ones either.
Right?
Well, crap. We played right into Reina's mischievous hands.
It's you?
もともと私がやるのが筋というものです別にあなたのその素肌とか全然ですし
Sure.
I found it difficult to turn her down when she was showing so much initiative. I guess I had no choice but to let her do it.
シャワーを
Here you go.
I handed her the shower head. She briskly took it from me and pointed it at my back. I arched my back in surprise.
どうかしました
Freezing. I wasn't expecting it.
She should know that it can take a bit for warm water to kick in. Why spray me out of nowhere like that?
間違えます。
No?
Oh no, she saw little Ouro.
What's wrong?
タオルずれてます。
I call him Mini-Me.
No.
It had slipped, just as she said. She was referring to the towel that I had once covering my crotch.
Sorry.
いえ、こちらこそ失礼しました。
She had gotten ridiculously flustered for a moment, but quickly got her head back on straight. After double-checking the temperature of the water, she started spraying me down.
染みたら言ってください。
I will.
She washed my body and hair. It felt nice and warm. In contrast to the warm water, the mood was well below freezing. Jokisaki washed away the grime in my hair while avoiding my injury with the mechanical precision. Mechanical was the best way I could describe her silent procession. Her precision. Given her personality, she wasn't the type to dwell on a single mistake for too long. Actually, I had no idea whether or not one mistake would even faze her. I was certain she felt indifferent about the situation we were in now, as she was purely taking responsibility for what had happened. She remained expressionless for some time now, almost as if it were normal. Or she froze.
見ちゃった。何あれ何なの？男の人のおち、あれってあんな風なの？あんな形なの？もじゃもじゃしてて何なのあれ？
Scraggly.
Who are you calling scraggly?
保険の授業で見た男性器とはだいぶ形が違う。形を模したものとも。
A dill pickle?
でもすごく肉っぽ
You
いと
mean
い
the
うか、
Rugrats character?
人の体って感じで。今のは小さかったけど。
Satchmo, the trumpet player?
どういう風に大きくなるのかしら。というか一瞬のことすぎてちらっとしか。もう一回見えないかしら。
Probably. She wasn't talking at all.
そう。
Hmm?
タオルの向こう側に。
What?
何も見てません。
Oh, what's wrong?
いえ、なんです？そっちこそ急に。
Oh, the hot water hit my wound.
ああ、そういうこと。すいません。長引かせすぎました。では、もう傷のところを洗いますね。染みますから、痛いようなら言ってください。
Sure.
I didn't really have a chance to ask why she yelled like that, but she quickly shifted gears and returned to washing my hair. She cleaned my wound as she regulated the water flow by hand. Ugh, it was starting to sting. The discomfort I felt was mild at best, though.
いかがです？
I'm fine. I don't really see this being an issue going forward.
見た感じにも塞がりかけていますので、かもしれませんね。
It ought to be fine for me to get in the bath alone tomorrow at the very least.
そうですか。何よりです。
Despite her timely responses, she didn't seem the least bit interested in idle conversation. I didn't have any complaints given how good of a job she was doing, but the mood was still touchy. I wondered what was on her mind.
明日は一人で。ということは、見られるのは今日が最後。
Not if you play your cards right.
ってバカ！何を考えてるの私！食べたいこんな庶民のを見たからって何の意味もないわ。だから動揺する必要もない。こんな人のお乳を見たからって
Chokusaki, I should be good to go now.
I turned off the shower.
はい、そうですね。
After keeping silent the whole time, she returned the nozzle and made a quick exit with a panicked look on her face. That was awkward.
お疲れ、あやかっち。ちょっと長かったですわね。丁寧にやって差し上げたのなら何よりですけれど。
See, now I'm kind of starting to think that maybe this is important.
It might be, I don't know.
Damn it. Okay.
And that's what would have happened if I chose the ellipses.
Oh well, a man can dream, a man can dream.
Loricon.
What?
You know what? Fair. But at least we're better than what's his name from Magikoi.
Shut up.
ま、私でしょうね。
Well, we are going to go down your route first, so you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, you are correct, actually.
Mina-chan seemed to be the least reserved person among them.
えんかい王女様。あんた王女様なのに、年頃の異性と一緒のお風呂に、とか。
Valid point.
Yep.
構いませんわ。ゲローの一人や二人。
How many plebans have you been in the bath with?
Wait.
I have questions.
I'm sure.
あー、でも、国に知れたら問題になるかも。ゲロー、この話、内密にしておきなさいな。
You just see a very slight predator-like phase shift in the corner as Kuro 2.0 is sitting there watching. Huh?
やっぱ問題だよね。シルビーも同性の私ん家に泊まるだけで手続きがどうのうるさいし。沐浴を共にしたという状況が成立してしまいますものね。
But, by the way, what would happen if Sortilege found out?
Death.
悲しいことを想像させるんじゃございません。
What would happen to me?
ほら、温まって体は先に自分で流してらっしゃい。
Sure.
Would Reina have been the safer choice? Yeah.
Actually, no matter how you're looking at it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Either way, I headed into the bath. Since it was winter, I was extremely grateful to get into a nice warm tub. And so, after washing up, I hid my crotch and called for Mina-chan.
You can come in now.
はいはい。
What's up?
いえ、
Hopefully not us.
裸ですのね。てっきり服もちゃんと全部着てから呼ばれると思ってましたわ。
How were you going to wash us? Bird bath?
Caw-caw.
Yes, that kind.
下半身さえ隠してれば平気みたいな顔。
Is it wrong?
受けて立ちますわ。
If I've
これ
learned
式のことで動
anything
揺する雷ルプ
from
ルテでは
being
ございません
Ichimatsu
ことよ。
Ouro for like over a year,
Hmm.
is that we are basically always wrong.
This is true. But we only missed one question in that dinner etiquette quiz.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, oh boy, did we miss it.
Yeah. Ooh. In our defense, it sounded like it was right. Counting on you.
I turned my back to Mina-chan. In this position, I couldn't see anything Mina-chan was doing, but... well, knowing her, I was sure she'd do an impressive job.
では、シャワー使いますわね。
Yep.
She undid the shower stopper and checked the water temperature. Then she ran it along my back.
このくらいの暑さでよろしくて。
Ask us again later.
Perfect.
では、
Quickly enough, it poured down my neck and then moved to my hair.
結構がっちりしておりますのね。
Thanks, we work out, but not willingly.
But only my right arm.
Well, no, we do radio calisthenics.
Yeah, that's true.
殿方の背中ってみんなこうなのかしら。広くて大きくて。
Prod.
Huh?
Mina-chan's hand touched my back. Had her hand slipped? Whatever. The warm water felt wonderful going through my hair, and I knew Mina-chan was being mindful of my injury.
硬い。お姉様たち女性の背中とは全然違う。なぜかしら。触っていると安心感がありますわ。
Like a giant teddy bear.
というか私、なぜ触ったのでしょう。別に触れる必要はなかったのに。ドキドキしますわ。
Mina-chan?
なんですのなんですの。私何もしておりませんわよ。
Yeah, I was wondering if something was up.
何かしろってことですの。何をしろと言うんですの。
What are you suggesting?
この背中に何かって抱きついたりしていいんですの。
My hair is fine now, so you can wash near the wound.
そうでしたわね。何もしないのは変でしたわね。
The whole point in having her here was to wash my wound, after all.
じゃあ行きますわ。染みますわよ。
Okay. It stings a lot.
染みるのは我慢なさい。怪我が治っている証拠ですわ。
She softly rubbed around my wound and got the grime out. It was gentle, but still stung. Ow. 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 Ow!
I'll have you know I only cried for 30 minutes. I can't take it. No more, no more. Ow. Mina-chan, hurry and finish up this up.
これ式のことで悲鳴をあげない。まったく情けないゲロですわね。
Yeah, you would think all the whipping would have eventually built up our tolerance for pain, but apparently that hasn't happened.
No.
Are you laughing at us?
I thought I was a goner.
That was a lot tamer than the situation with Jokasaki.
だらしのない。
Well, we were curious.
背中はちょっと素敵でしたけど。やっぱりあなたは私が手をかけてあげないとダメですわね。
Be careful talking like that. You might get Yamamoto going.
I can't refute that today.
Mina-chan was her usual self to the end.
This is the best after a bath.
Coffee milk?
やっぱりお風呂の後は
Yep.
コーヒー牛乳ですよね。
Wait a minute, I thought this was Reina's thing. When did she convert you to the
Wait,
Church of Coffee
hold-
Milk?
Hold up.
フルーツ牛乳でしょう。
What world are we living in?
The fan disc world.
レイナ先輩はコーヒー牛乳って言ってくれると思ってたんですけど。
Yeah, that's what caught us off guard.
Wait, he's been replaced by an imposter. I've seen this before.
コーヒー牛乳はもちろん最高だけどね。でもやっぱりお風呂の後はフルーツ牛乳っしょ。
What kind of fruit milk?
コーヒー牛乳ですよ。フルーツ。
I think we might get another choice. Wow, we're on fire.
コーヒー。
Oh boy.
何を飲んだんですの？
An argument, apparently. What?
Yogurt milk.
I felt refreshed in both body and mind. With nothing left to do, Jokosaki headed home.
やることがなければお早めにおやすみなさいな。ゆっくり寝ることも傷の完治には効果的ですわ。
Yeah, will do.
Was she my mom? It's not like I had anything else planned, and I was absolutely exhausted after all that studying, so I got ready for bed.
Is this my mom? I don't know. I mean, she does beat me like one.
ゲロ、ちょっと質問なのですが、
Hmm?
あなた、城ヶ崎さんとは何かございまして？
Not this time
In
around.
what sense? Like what?
I mean, if we had chosen the ellipses, maybe, but we went back. She posed that rather sudden and confusing question.
あなた、城ヶ崎さんには露骨に気を使っておられますでしょ？特に木崎さんとの扱いの違いが大きすぎますわ。
Have you met Reina?
お姉様やエロイナにも一切気遣いのできないあなたがあんな態度を変える。
She finally figured me out, huh? I was sure that internally she probably assumed I just treated her like an ordinary classmate. It should be apparent something was up when she saw how differently I dealt with Reina, who was in the same position. There was no use hiding it.
Well, if I had to put it simply...
I told her there had been a few complications in class. I was careful not to vilify her and withheld some of my more unreasonable complaints, quote unquote.
What about your very reasonable complaints?
I guess those were omitted too. I had to wonder just how much someone as intelligent as Mina had inferred.
あらあら、優等生綾香にそんな裏表が。なんだか寮で見る彼女とは随分とイメージが違いますわね。
It's one of her skills.
Really?
For me, it felt like she was far more devious and conniving when she wasn't under Sylvie's watchful gaze.
だって彼女、私がこの寮に入った時にも率先して寮内を案内してくれましたし、何でも相談に乗ると言ってくれましたわよ。
I mean, that makes sense. Mina's still a princess.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fairy tale I would never know.
まあ、あなたこの寮では一人男性で特殊な存在ですから、それで距離を持たれているのかもですけど。
That's actually a point I had brought up in a comment conversation I was having, because I had mentioned we don't really know how she interacts with other male commoners, because we're the only one. At least in class.
I have to imagine she hates all of them like this.
I would think so, and
Based on her
Yeah.
history. I mean,
yeah, it would be weird if we were the Tigger of commoners.
I'm the only one.
that may have also been part of why she took such a scathing attitude here at the dorm.
At the end of the day, I think commoners in general bug her to no end.
まあそれはあるでしょうね。王族から言わせてもらえば、庶民の方というのはそれだけで扱いが難しいですもの。
Well, look, we can't even manage to find all of the silver leveriches we need to get a Kuro-chan of our own. So, what do you expect us to do? Win the lottery?
And that's like a regular Kuro-chan. That's not even one that can shoot lasers. You think so?
例えばあなた、お姉様とお知り合いになる前、お姫様といえばどんなイメージでした？
Fiona from Shrek?
Let me think.
今日もいい天気だわ。小鳥さん、お花さん、ごきげんよう。
That's not that far off.
I was about to say, you know what? Actually,
パン
somehow
が
it's
なけ
not
れば
that
お菓子を食べればいいですわ。貧乏人は麦を食べればよろしくてよ。
That's a little more off.
Wait, we don't know how she treats the commoners from Sortilege.
Fair.
I mean, something like that.
お姉様と私の扱いの差が気になりますけど、まあそんなものでしょうね。
You're not a
た
blood
だ実
wife.
際に接してみればイメージは変わったでしょ？
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those princesses were ordinary human beings. They had their own unique personalities and idiosyncrasies. I saw them as individuals and nothing more.
でもそれはあなた一人のお話。日本の方の 99% はお姫様なんてものを知らず、私たちをそうしたイメージと結びつけて考えます。
Well, maybe not the preconceived notions we had.
そして 99% のうち何人かはそのイメージの中にいる世間知らずで苦労知らずなお姫様に憎しみを抱き、さらにうち何人かはその憎しみを私たちに向けるのです。
That could happen, maybe. It wasn't just the money either. There were plenty of prejudiced people in the world who criticized others based on trivial things like their blood type to what prefecture they were raised in. First, they often held arbitrary preconceptions of others. Second, they project these same preconceptions onto reality. And third, they assume that projected reality to be a legitimate one. It would be great if they realized that at some point along the way, they were a slave to their own wild imagination, but everyone felt victim to it at least once in their lives, and I was no exception. As a commoner, it was rare to run into or come in contact with someone who was well off. It was normal to create all sorts of arbitrary notions about people you've never met, especially if you've never gotten to hang out with a bunch of princesses or rich girls.
Yeah, but like, I imagine our mental stereotype of rich girls would be Jogasaki.
Well, yeah. But I kind of also wonder, though, how much our mental stereotype of rich girls being like Jogasaki is affected by us knowing what Jogasaki is like to us. I think that's a little bit of a difference, or maybe a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Surely a rich person would eventually interact with someone with those conveniently misplaced impressions, right?
まあそんなのはほんの一握りですけれどね。その一握りによろしくないタイミングで触れたら、それだけで庶民というものに嫌気がさす方もいますわ。
Jogasaki. Well, that may have not been one experience based off of that dream sequence.
彼女はそれなのではないでしょうか。何か理由があって庶民というのを遠ざけたいのでは。
You think so?
Maybe she was right. If that were the case, then I'd been wrong about Jogasaki from the start. I doubted we could get along regardless of the reason, but it had certainly piqued my interest.
I'd better take a good look at myself, and I had a few biases of my own against upper class girls. It felt like they looked down on me because they're rich. But like Jogasaki, they really just look down on me because I'm poor.
I thought you were going to be like, but in actuality, it's because I'm a pervert and a little bit gross.
See, that's actually true, though.
Well, yeah. Let's just assume that it was inevitable I would wind up with that conception. It wouldn't be fair of me to project those feelings onto someone in real life without giving them a chance to show me who they really were first. I felt remorse.
That's true. Just because someone's rich doesn't mean they're looking down on me.
いいえ、まあ、お金持ちに生まれたというだけで庶民を見下す方はたくさんいますわよ。
Oh.
庶民とは自分たち金持ちより劣った存在というイメージを持っていて、それを死ぬまで現実に投影して生きていく貴族もいっぱいいますわ。
Huh. So both sides are just as guilty.
Commoners weren't the only one who had arbitrary impressions, huh?
ただそうではない方もいる。私や、もちろんお姉様。この寮にもたくさん。城ヶ崎さんは私たち側だと思いますわ。イメージでなく、現実を見て判断していると。
I see.
If so, there might still be an opportunity where we could talk.
When I think of it that way, I really have been blessed.
どうして？
Because if Sylvie had, been the sort of person who'd been influenced by those preconceptions, then I would have never been invited to the school.
It was a lucky break.
かもしれませんわね。まあ我々王族はそうした偏見を持たないよう生まれつき言われているものですけど、お姉様の場合は特にそもそも庶民に対するイメージそのものが最初から好意的でしたわ。
It's because we warped her.
10年前の庶民と遊んだ記憶が素晴らしいものだったとかで。
Yep, a pretty awesome guy.
金色ラブリッチェゴールデンタイム。先輩、私寂しいんです。
We're not on your route.
That's interesting, but that's gonna have to wait until next time.
And possibly also another Mount Fuji.
This is a dream, so it's more gonna be like Krakatoa.
Do you think it's a dream? I don't know.
Of course it's a...
No.
Actually, you know what? It actually easily could be, Senpai, I'm lonely. Let's go do radio calisthenics.
No, I actually think that's legitimately what it is, because everybody else that does radio calisthenics has already gone home.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, so it's just like, you're the only one who will do radio calisthenics for me. Because her parents are also in Hawaii right now, so she's just stuck there.
Oh.
Don't ask me why I remember that. Like, all the other stuff that's been more important to the plot that I've forgotten about, I've been Ichimatsu Ouro over here just forgetting critical details, and then I remember the one little detail that Akane said in passing. Anyway, so that was fun, and we're almost fully healed. And we also got to see what would happen if we had invited Jogasaki into the bath, which we may end up going through again, depending on if it's a triggering mechanism. I don't know. Maybe. Mina's was a lot more tame, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that, but it was still an interesting scene. And we're finally done with homework. Yay!
Yay.
That's nice. Well, we'll just see where we're on to now. I guess the next thing coming up is probably... I'm assuming it's going to reach the point where we're back talking with Chieka, because we're already... If we're getting that close to New Year's, there can't be that much until we hit the point where we're not recapping things. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.